headed south on Highway 130. That's the road that goes from Hilo down past Pahoa and on farther south and right pretty much through or a little bit west of the eruption zone. And from here, you wouldn't know anything special was happening. I think we can see some smoke up in the clouds. Can't see it right now, so we'll take another look when we get a better view. And we're not expecting to be able to get anywhere near the rifts that are erupting, but just kind of wanted to see what it was like down here right now. This Highway 130 had been closed for a long time, and it opened today past that area, so we'll just take a drive and see what we can see. Alright, so that's the smoke, we think, coming from the eruption zone. Giving us a lot of warning for the steel plates, which are probably where this road buckled.
Oh. Is that what I think it is?
I see steam.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great feeling.
It smells good too. Do you smell sulfur?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
This is the territory formerly known as the lava viewing area. Because a few years ago, this is where lava came down from Pu'uo'o and hit the ocean. But there hasn't been lava flowing in this area for some time. Someone has done a little rock sculpting.
You have to go. Okay.
Somebody's homesteading out here. This is the sort of the new Chain of Craters Road, the emergency evacuation route. And had the Kilauea eruptions totally closed all the roads, this would have been the way out for the people that lived south of the eruption zone if all the roads got closed, but they didn't. So it looks like you could have walked in here, and at some point there would have been lava flowing in front of you, but there hasn't been in, I don't know, a few years. I'm not going to quite predict that this is the future of the Leilani Estates area. I don't think the territory is covered quite this extensive, but it's an idea of what happens when the lava decides to cover what it decides to cover when people used to be there. And I think you can see there In the distance, the smoke coming up from the current eruption zone, going up and meeting the clouds above it. So I think what we're seeing there is the smoke from Fissure 8, and then off to the right, somewhat hazier, is the steam plume coming up from the ocean where the lava is pouring into the ocean. This is just a little interlude of the ocean crashing against the shore.
I was expecting to smell sulfur again here, but not that far away.
Quit bumping. So we expected that road closure. Didn't know if we'd actually be able to see anything from there, and the answer is no, you can't see anything from there at all. What is that about a steel plate in your head?
Yep. It was steaming earlier. Right here.
It was. Not steaming anymore. Or smoking or whatever it was doing.
Well, there we go. There's some right there.
Okay, yep. Oh, good. We went through here before with the windows wide open.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
No, we didn't.
I did.
Okay.
Another way in to a roadblock. Bodacious emergency supplies. And now for something completely different. And so this is Hilo, a small town, old town. Not so much a tourist town, certainly not a resort. That's over on the other side of the island in the Kona area. And one of our favorite restaurants here, the Cafe Pesto. Around 3 o'clock, 4th of July. Happy 4th of July, everybody, 2018. And we're going down to Look at one more entry point until we get to the barricade. And in the background you might hear the helicopters.
Sunshine 24, upper HPP for Pahoa 3.6 for Fissure.
Perfect.
Lots of helicopters up there. A nice timing, helicopter pilot. Lots of helicopters up there from all the tour groups. And they're chatting away. Well, they're not chatting. They're giving position reports because it would be pretty embarrassing if they crashed into each other. So that is the steam coming up from the ocean entry point.
No, that's Fissure 8.
Oh, that's Fissure 8?
Yes.
Oh, Cyndi says that's Fissure 8.
Sunshine 24 is approaching Fissure 8 from Pahoa at 3.7.
One of the most open spots I've seen.
But look at me, it's creating its own weather system. There we go.
Volcano traffic, Blue 58 over KL 4.5, Fort Mauna Kea. We're approaching Bend River at 3.2. I'm off the nose right now, just close. Copy, I'm at 3.5. Below 3.2 on the south side, just FYI. It's just there's some haze covering it. But, yeah, we're going right. That's Sunshine 24.
So all this here, that's the steam coming up
Because
from
that's
the ocean
Fissure 8,
and
right.
over there, yeah, you can see the distinct drop downs. Big wide one is the steam, and the narrow one's Fissure 8.
46 up to speed, 1.5 for the Cape, and Hilo.
Let's see. That's probably it.
Coming up on the whole west side. 3.6 over. Clear number 2. Okay, so passenger your left. Yeah, why, 1, 2.
Someone has done a little rock sculpting. And actually over that ridge is where the real blowhole is. Come on. A little spray, please. Yeah, watch the blow. So what did he say, Cyndi? We're about a mile from the fissure, mile from the entry point?
A mile from where the lava's flowing. It takes a turn and goes into the ocean right near the lighthouse.
Yeah.
So this is probably as close. Well, I don't know. When we went past Leilani Estates on 130, we may have been even closer. But this is what's so funny is here you are, you know, a mile from the lava. You don't know.
And you can't hear anything. If it was still doing the exploding, we'd probably be hearing it.
Yeah, but
It's
I mean,
not
of
doing
course,
that.
you've got so many trees that you just can't see anything going on.
Yeah.
But which is beautiful. But
So what we can hear is the helicopters overhead,
yeah.
except not right now. We know the park is closed. We want to see the park is closed. You got to see it for yourself. Not that we don't believe it. We just want to see it.
Yeah. Well, I'm afraid I might have to.
Looks like you can get a tea time anytime you want. A lot of people out and about around here, and it's not looking foggy. Many trips ago, we stayed up here in Volcanoes in this, I don't know, what is it, a house, a condo?
It's a house.
Yeah, it's actually two
sections.
units. It's got a more of a cabin bedroom there, another one up there, and the cistern in the back. In the cool air of Volcanoes. Well, it's always been there, hasn't it?
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Yes, we're entering Volcanoes National Park. There's earthquake damage again. We're going the other way.
Holy crap, yeah. Okay, somebody's coming.
You can go. Believe it now?
Do what?
Believe it now?
I believe it now, yeah.
Okay, didn't believe it before, right? Got to see it.
To believe it. Yeah.
And now we are heading back to Pahoa for dinner, and it will get dark. So with dinner, we are going to probably get a show. That's the Fissure 8 plume, and I expect it will glow. And that is as seen from our table here at Kaleos in Pahoa. So we lost our favorite Mexican restaurant. This is not Mexican. It's kind of everything. But it looks pretty nice inside. Okay, food porn time. What did you get?
I got the teriyaki chicken, Hawaiian teriyaki chicken.
And I got a fish sandwich and Caesar salad. Well, our dinner is over. Cindy's chatting with a neighbor. Not quite dark out yet, but the camera is going to struggle for color balance. My eye sees a lot of red. There and all along, yeah, I think we're getting the color balance all along the lower edge of those clouds. Yeah, now you can see it. I would like to get over there and see that lava bubble up. I don't think we're going to be able to, but this is pretty impressive. That is shining up from where it's hitting the ocean. And that is from the open fissure. And that is not a sunset. There's a steel plate in your head. It said, that sign said.
Sailing vessel Bright Angel, Coast Guard, Roger. You're coming from Tahiti and you're en route to Oahu. Over.
We are listening to the Marine Channel now, not the helicopter channel, because no helicopters flying.
Look at that. You think there's something going on up here? Hmm? Look at that. Holy cow.
Yeah, the camera's not seeing it very well, but we're
No.
seeing the steam or smoke from the vent here.
Oh, it's coming out of the
Sailing vessel
freaking
Bright Angel,
road
Coast Guard,
now.
Roger. You anticipate being in Oahu on Friday. Do you know where in Oahu? Over.
Jeez. Okay.
But we just drove over a river of molten lava. Do we care? Nah.
Bright Angel, Coast Guard, Channel 16.
We are headed to something called Uncle Robert's Farmer's Market. And we're maybe a quarter mile out. And the sides of the streets are full of cars. We're going to get up there and see how close we can park, but we may be back here to walk. A little late for getting the fireworks, but we found a prime parking spot. I don't think you can see any of that for just $5. And there's the festival for the farmer's market or whatever this is. So apparently they leave this thing running all night. It is Thursday, July 5th, 6 p.m. And we are on the side, not the top, of Mauna Kea. I believe classified as a distinct extinct volcano. This is where the road to the top begins. As you can see, they warn you four-wheel drive only. A lot of the tourist blogs say, we drove it up in a regular passenger car. Didn't have any trouble. It's like this most of the way. It's gravel, washboardy, you go slow, steep, but not impassable in even a passenger car. But we're not planning on doing that this trip. We've been there with a tour. You can't breathe up there. There's Mauna Kea. Currently the top is clear. So we're going to waste some time walking up this trail. It would take us to the top. What do you think? Only 3.5 hours to the top.
No.
Walking.
No.
No.
No. Not 4,000 foot.
14,000 foot.
No. It's 4,000 feet from here.
Oh.
Up.
Well, yeah.
That's a lot.
Well, there's the top right there.
No.
Doesn't look that far.
No.
That's not the top.
That's not the top.
Actually can't see the top from here. I don't think that's the top. You know, it's a ridge and it'll be over that. So not visible from here. We crossed a little ridge. We took the left-hand fork back there, not the official trail. Crossed a little ridge. And now we can see down into what looks like the Kona area, although I'm not really sure. I mean, the shore's got to be out there. There's going to be anything higher. Probably underneath that layer of clouds. What can the camera see that my eyes can't see? I can't tell. That is the sunset viewing hill. People are heading up already to get their prime spots. It's also got some interesting views everywhere if it's not too cloudy. And we are up here, or almost up here, just in time for sunset. A lot of people here already. And I'm breathing hard because that is steep.
You okay, babe?
Oh, there's the top. Nice and clear. I don't think the telescopes are visible from here. I don't think so. But let's see. No, I don't see any sign of them. It is a hybrid, and it's a little weird when it's doing its electric thing because it's silent, but it does need some gas, and it's expensive over here. And what kind of mileage you've been seeing?
39.7 from this tank of gas.
You told me a lot more earlier.
Yeah,
50 something?
well, remember we went up 10,000 feet, so it drank a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Remember?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And a reminder.
We're on the rainy side of the island.
Yeah, we're in a rainforest.
Yep. That's the only way it can happen.
9 o'clock, July 7th, 2018. Saturday. Our last day. I think the lens is fogged over.
Trees, a lot now. Your single wealthy, besides your own ingenuity, is water, an abundance of water. The true wealth of one's community, of our species, cannot be measured in gold or eagles.
This is an unhappy face.
Yeah, but safety first.
Yeah, they canceled our flight due to weather. The weather that you saw on the radar a moment ago. We've been hearing the helicopter's radio traffic pretty much since about 8:30. But maybe other pilots fly in dicier weather, or maybe things have just got a little bit worse and everybody stopped. We'll go tune in on the handy-talkie and see what they're doing. But no flight for you. It's very quiet at the Hilo airport. And for the past 2 or 3 minutes, it has been very quiet on the pilot intercom frequency. We are going to go drown our sorrows in
Pog at Ken's.
And pancakes. That's not the direction we would have been going, but it's the kind of thing that's going on around here. Our timing was poor. The radio traffic was buzzing as we were heading over to the airport, but it has gone silent. This portion of the Triangle Talk Show is brought to you by Ken's House of Pancakes. Jammin' since 1971. It's not international unless you consider that being part of both the United States of America and the independent nation of Hawaii from one location makes it international. When you need to drown your sorrows from having a canceled helicopter flight, stop by Ken's and stick your face in a giant stack of pancakes. Ken's, open 24 hours. Not in a row. You might remember this view from 2015, the Pahoa transfer station, and the lava that just came up alongside the fence and then stopped, ate a little bit of the fence, and then out here on this road, power poles that had been shrouded in protective coatings to keep the lava away from them, and this road that was closed, lava covering it. They blasted through. I guess it didn't go very far. I'll show you where. They blasted on through and repaved the road. I think this is one of the poles that they had covered. And that's all the territory that was covered by lava, just a few hundred feet. And over there in the distance is the smoke from Fissure 8. Hey, you're standing on ground that's younger than you are.
By quite a bit.
By a lot.
Yeah, by a lot. This was what, in
15.
15?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, but it has ferns growing in it already.
Yep, nature is reasserting itself.
Yep. Didn't take long.
Now that
that we're in the air, we'd like to call your attention to the no smoking and fasten seatbelt signs. Again, smoking, including the use of any electronic smoking device, is not permitted at any time. If the captain turns off the fasten seatbelt sign, that means you can get up if you need to. But we recommend you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you're seated in case of unexpected turbulence.